All right, it's about time. It's about finally time I do this. Other than that, I should say, hey, buzzing folks. I'm sorry it took so long. I've pretty much been busy with IRL stuff, and it's storming really, really bad outside. Well, not too bad. It's just like on and off rainstorm. It's pretty much hurricane season. That's all. But other than that, I am here to talk about this very interesting trope that came to mind. It's called the show don't tell trope. So, if anybody doesn't know what that is, show don't tell is basically like, let's say, a character has been told by like the author or like the description of their character and by the other characters that they're said to have these very strong abilities and this and that. But the problem is they never actually show it. When I mean show it, I mean they don't show it to like the audience, which means like us, the viewers, who are like reading or watching or playing the game or something like that. Let's see who else showed up. Hello there, AG. Hello there, Geo Heroic. Yep, I'm finally doing it. I'm sorry it took so long, but I decided to finally do it now, even though it's storming outside. But it's all right. So if my connection is not that good, then I apologize. So the show don't tell trope, it's basically the trope that I kind of have grown a bit of a, not really a hatred, more like an annoyance towards, because it kind of happens a lot, like let's say in like anime or something like that, that they're said to have these very strong abilities, and we see like characters in the opening, we see that they have these really cool, strong abilities, but when the episode begins, we don't see them do any of that, and it's like, what's the big deal with that? They either be just an annoyance, or they just be comic relief, or or fan service, which is very annoying. And speaking of fan service, I will get into that another time. Because right now, I kind of don't have too much energy to be going on and on for like an hour, but I will try my best. And you guys can continue leaving the comments in the comments right there. Yeah, in the comments right there, and I can see who's there and give a little shout out or a little hello. Hello there, Jaden. It's great to see you here. And so the one character in mind who, well, actually, I think it's two that I remember. Yeah, I think it's two characters. So two characters that came into mind about the show don't tell trope. The ones that it comes to mind to me basically is Sakura Haruno from Naruto and Tamaki from Fire Force. Even though I don't really care that much about Fire Force, I decided to give it a shot, but then the fan service got on my nerves and I lost interest, which does happen. One second. Okay, never mind. That's all good, folks. You guys can leave any questions, or you can leave me like any examples of any characters that you guys know who do the show don't tell thing. Because I only have a few in mind, but I'm pretty sure you guys have, well, actually not have, but actually know certain characters who do the show don't tell trope thing. Which next season of? Which one? The Fire Force or the? Yeah, I think it was Fire Force because I think Naruto ended a long time ago. But Boruto, we don't talk about Boruto. That's nothing important. Okay. So, you guys remember back in Naruto that Sakura was said to be like, let's say, she has like the skills of genjutsu or what call it? There was something else that they said, but it's okay. I don't really remember because I haven't seen Naruto in like a long time. But there are a few things that I do remember. Hello there, Shadow86. And before I continue, how you guys doing? Everybody doing well? dealing with the weather or with school or with the work or anything like that. And if you guys still hear the thunder, yeah, it's still hurricane season, so that's the reason why. Let's see, Minato and Kushina apparently. Oh, really? Well, I've been a bit interested about their past and wanted to know more, so that'll be interesting. It's great, Gio. It's great to see that you're doing well. And for the others, if they say that they're doing well as well. How many times have I said well? Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, and Tamaki. You guys notice in a Fire Force that Tamaki is said to have like these really strong, cool abilities, which I think is like a fire skill that is like related to like cats, like a cat-like ability. I think I don't remember. I'm really bad with descriptions. I'm sorry, y'all. But whenever we see her like in the episode, she's mostly fan service. And wow, that's pretty much all I can remember. Just fan service. Hello there, Red Sonic Bros. Cool name though. Hope you're doing well. Not dealing with any difficulties. Because everybody must do well. Or taking care of themselves. Let's see. And also, speaking of show don't tell, do you guys kind of get annoyed when a certain character like they be talking big, like they are like the strongest person in the world or should be taken more seriously, but then once the action begins, then they don't show any of that? And certain movies do this too, where they be talking about like how the character is like a king or queen or just like very strong, very powerful, but then they don't show that. Let's see, what was that, Jaden? Let's see. I never saw Sakura do a single genjutsu. She literally passed out from the obvious. Yeah, that one there, that one I was kind of confused about. Because they mentioned in the show that she was supposed to be immune to I can't speak English. She's immune to genjutsu, but well, I think she only showed it once, but other than that, doesn't really use it for like combat or anything like that. She's mostly just a damsel in distress and oh geez, she's mostly a damsel in distress and a gag character. But you know what? If she was like said to be like that from the beginning, like just a gag character, it would have worked. But if she's mentioned to be strong, then what's the point? And also keep in mind, I might not be on for too long because it's storming outside badly, but it's okay. And I'm still a little tired, but other than that, I still want to take my time to make sure this stream goes well and not keep anybody in waiting with the whole show don't tell trope. It's quite common with mostly like certain characters, like what you call it? Kind of like the love interest of the superhero or something like that. Oh god, okay. I'll get into that in another video because I think I'm starting to realize that superheroes and humans do not mix well. It's always drama this, drama that. Let's see, what was that? Tanaki is okay, but the first time I saw her, she got bodied real hard. Yep, that is true. She did. And I was like, that's a dang shame because she was said to have strong abilities, but she got her butt whooped. And that I'm sick of characters. I'm sick of characters like that. Like I'm sick of them. And so, if anybody has a character with the show don't tell, basically make sure you keep in mind of what you want to do with the character and make sure that they're not there to be like, let's say, said to be this, said to be that, but then you don't actually show them doing any of that and then just have them be there as like the obstacle or the damsel in distress or the just a one note gag character. If you wanted them to be that way, you got to write them that way from the beginning. But if you're not, but if they're portrayed like that, despite being strong, then there's a bit of an issue. And that's for the advice for anyone out there who wants to become like a writer or a mangaka or author or anything like that. It's very important to keep in mind. Let's see. And you guys have any questions about like the show don't tell trope? I can answer any questions that you guys have in mind. And don't worry. Let's see. And what's that question? Another character that honestly got done dirty is Shishu. Those are okay. So those the characters who are done dirty, they leave me speechless, like absolutely speechless. Because there are some characters who I know that have been done dirty, and I just be having no words for them. I just be so embarrassed for them, and I mean absolutely embarrassed. But it's whatever. And let's see what other character in mind. Who would it be? And I'll say, I'm sorry, this is not so interesting. It's just that this one, I kind of had like my thoughts about it and kind of wanted to share it, but I'm still a little, I'm still a little tired. But other than that, this is still going well, honestly. And is there any other characters you guys know who do the show don't tell type of trope? Whether it's a movie or video game, TV show, um, books or comics or mangas. I should say mangas and animes as well. Heck, even cartoons if you guys want. Or even your own. I would say who it is, but I got to keep my own characters in hold right now because my book is still not released to the public yet. The special one. One of them is, but the special one is not out yet. But don't worry, it'll be out soon. Keep a lookout for it. Let's see. Kakazoo and Sorcery. Okay, those I think those are called like plot armor because okay, plot armors they tend to be what's the word I'm looking for? They're quite common when it comes to like anime. Like let's say if there's like a villain who's like very powerful or something like that, and the main character who has been like training for too long all of a sudden out of nowhere starts to get all this cool power, like a special power or something like that. And then they get defeated, which makes you wonder, plot armor is kind of getting tiresome. Like, sure, it was cool the first time, but then nowadays, not so much. Let's see, then they want to praise those sad characters for no reason, despite not literally doing anything. Those, yes. those can be kind of annoying, especially when people trying to, well, like certain people, they say, oh, this character did this character did that. And we're like, okay, but does it have anything to do with the plot of the story, basically? Like, does it affect the whole situation? Does it change the, change what's going on? Oh, and also show don't tell characters, they sometimes be the reason why the situation that they're in is very bad. Sometimes it be their fault and they don't take accountability. What's the word? Account accountability. There you go. Accountability. There you go. Wow, I'm so sorry. I was stuttering. Some words are kind of hard to say. Sorry, y'all. And let's see. Who else in mind? I would get into about like plot armor, but I think plot armor could be fit in with the show don't tell to a degree. Maybe it does, or maybe it doesn't. I don't think so. If you guys think so, let me know in the comments below if you guys think that show don't tell tropes can like kind of match with the plot armor. Because I've been a bit curious about that for a long time. Hey, you guys leave it in the comments below while I check for something really quick. Okay. All right, that was not important. All right. Let's see. And what else about plot armor? I mean, not plot armor. I mean, show don't tell. Sorry. Let's see. Show don't tell. What else? I kind of lost my train of thought. Sorry. And any other characters that you guys seen the show don't tell type of thing? Or trope, I should say. Sorry. Because I'm pretty sure there are some. It's just I don't really remember too much. Let's see. And let's see. There should be some more in mind. Let's see. Blackbeard for One Piece. I would say something about One Piece, but there are way too many episodes that it kind of hurts my brain trying to catch up, and I'm sorry. But that's a good choice, though. Very good choice. And if there's any other show don't tell trope type of characters, you guys can leave some more. And if there's somebody I recognize, I will go into full detail about it. If it's a character who I recognize, that is. Let's see, and let's see. Sorry about the thunder. All right. So, you guys found any other characters? Any show don't tell characters in mind? Oh, and trust me, I'm sure there's a whole bunch. Gee, I think it's this brain that's making me sleepy. Jeez, Lise. Let's see. I think I should go into further. Gee, I can't speak. I think I should go into further details about um. Oh, like let's say this is a very interesting one I thought of. Like let's say if your character is like let's say, hmm? Let's see, what's that? Okay. Infinite. Okay, he makes me laugh. Okay. Okay. I would go into detail about him, but I can't because he makes me laugh. I can't. I can't. Oh, that was a good one, Jaden. You got me with that one. That was real good. What a joke. You know who's a villain who is way stronger and is actually terrifying? Mephiles. That guy is terrifying. He gives me the chills every single time. It's like Sega was trying so hard to make Infinite be like Mephiles, but it didn't work. It just didn't work. Like, I'm sorry, it just didn't. He ended up being like a baby who. Okay, I'll stop. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Whew. Okay, I'm good now. I'm good. Is there anyone else? Anyone else? Oh, that was so good. Way too good. Priceless. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Let's see. What was I saying earlier? I kind of forgot. Oh, I remember now. Okay. So, wait, what was it about? Oh my god. What was it? Okay, so I think I should get into let's see, Sakura. So she's basically the perfect example of a show don't tell. And the thing I think the story with her is that basically her whole story is mostly about Sasuke, and it did get on our nerves. And so the story with her could have been changed about the fact that she is like a normal person and wants to do good for the world and wants to bring like peace peace to the village, but in a very make sure everybody like cures from like the sickness or virus or something like that. And she'll be training with and honestly, it would make sense for her to train with Tsunade if she actually wanted to bring cure and be strong, but like, you know, be a strong type of nurse in a way. And just not her just basically wanting to prove that she's like up there with Naruto and Sasuke because that makes it seem like the girls are not as strong or as powerful in their own right compared to the boys. It kind of makes it sound a bit wrong. Yeah, Sakura is a character that did need work, like a lot of work. And her friendship with Ino, it could have been a little different. Like, let's say, maybe the reason why their friendship ended is probably because Sakura was starting to become more open after hanging out with Ino, and Ino was starting to get jealous to seeing that Sakura was starting to become a lot more popular with people, especially since she like grew out of her shell and is becoming more confident over time. And then Ino be the one that end their friendship and not Sakura basically ended their friendship over a boy because that makes that situation with them kind of selfish and stupid. Because what does them fighting over a boy have to do with the whole story, basically? Like with the whole village of ninjas? That's more like high school and middle school drama. And yeah, I know, that's. Like, I just couldn't believe it. That is true, but at the same time, strength doesn't equal good, well written character. And as for Tamaki, ugh. Somebody even said once in a video that Tamaki is basically another Sakura, but except that version of Sakura is heavily sexualized, which is very annoying. Like, sure, Sakura may have got stronger with strength, but the personality-wise, she needed work. And she needs better taste in men. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Let's see. And if there's anybody else, I'm trying to think of like any other shonen characters, like shonen characters who do the show don't tell. Because I'm pretty sure it's quite common with shonen anime. Let's see. I think when I was watching, actually no, I was gonna say Eden Zero, but I think the characters in there they're quite all right. They had their own moments, own strengths and weaknesses. The only thing that did annoy me in the show was the fan service. It kind of reminded me of how Fairy Tail did a similar fan service, which did get on my nerves. But I'll save the fan service thing for another time because that one is going to be a very important video to talk about. Or a very important stream, I should say. And of course, I do remember my favorite YouTuber, Ariana Hook. Shout out to her, by the way. So she mentioned that in anime is that they do this thing where actually when it comes to fan service, there's always like a close-up shot of like a woman's parts or something like that. And she did say that if I may love this series, but if I had to see another scene where a woman is shoving her stuff in front of the screen, she will scream and I will too. But don't worry, I'll go into details about that in another stream because that one's kind of an important one. And I know the show don't tell is basically kind of basic, but that's pretty much the majority that I could think of. Wait, what? That's what it is. Oh, you mean so much of the fan service, am I right? Or the show don't tell? Or both. If it does have both, then you can let me know. Because I know they can be a pain, like especially when it's overused. Ew. Then that makes me not want to watch a series. It's so funny because you want to recommend some shows to like a friend or a family member, but when there's so much fan service, it makes you not want to recommend it to them, which is a shame and a bit of a pain too. And let's see. Let's see. I think I'll be on here for like another 10 minutes before going because I know that show don't tell is kind of simple, but it's pretty much as I know. That is true. Even my favorite what even my favorite anime, My Hero Academia, has like some fan service, and luckily it's not like in your face type of fan service, but it's more like really type of fan service. But some of the fan service in My Hero Academia is actually used like in a very smart way, but sometimes it can be. But there are rare times where it's kind of out of the blue, and you're like, huh, you know. But that's okay. My Hero Academia still holds a special place in my heart, and I still love the series. I'm sad that it ended, but it was for the best anyway. And of course, it's always fun while the show's lasted. Because if everything keeps going for like a long time, then they start to lose their quality. Let's see, and what's that, Jaden? Let's see, Elise most definitely fits this category. She is literally the main plot of it. All right, okay. I am not going to hold back anymore. Okay. Elise is a character that is just. She could have made the Sonic story a bit more interesting, but she kind of slowed down Sonic's story and made it like the least interesting out of like all of the other two stories. Because we all can agree that Shadow's story was the best one, and Silver's story was good too, despite a few hiccups here and there. But we all agree that Sonic's story in 06 was the weakest. And the fact that his story is first is like they want to get the worst one out of the way. And the annoying thing is that Sonic has a mission to go rescue Elise like 5 or 6 times, but he keeps getting halted by the civilians in Soliana, and they basically tell him to do this mission, this and that, this and that. Go buy the special move at the store, something like that, and then use the special move to go to the next area, and then you start the main stage. But the first stage, that one was a complete waste of time. And we all know that. It's like what some call me Johnny said. Don't you just love it when a story means absolutely nothing in terms of plot? Like when something happens in the story and then nothing else happens to it? It's like what they said about the damsel in distress. If you want the character to be kidnapped, you have to make sure to do it once, not 5 or 6 times. Like they said, she's supposed to be the chosen one, but we don't really see anything too much about that. And basically, she just reduces to being the damsel in distress. Like 5 or 6 times. That's just wow. And she's not a very good travel companion, like not at all. Because the fact that Sonic's like carrying her like in a bridal way, it's constantly like keeping him from doing like other certain abilities that he should be doing on the stage, but he can't because he's holding her. It's kind of like a obstacle blocking you from doing like majority of your abilities, which does suck. And of course, we all seen other companions that do a lot better when it comes to like traveling with the main character, especially if they're like best friends or related to the main character or ally. Oh, alrighty. So I think that's pretty much all I kind of have for like the show don't tell trope. But the one last thing of advice I want to give to you guys is that make sure you think about what you want your character to do when it comes to writing stories, because if you are telling us that they have disabilities and this and that and said to be like very strong, make sure you show it to the audience and not just tell them and then not show us at all, because that leaves us very confused and see the characters just being weak and dependent on other characters. So make sure to think deeply about it. What's that, Jane? Oh, those those can be yeah, they're quite something. All to be a watchtower, even though being very strong, that's pathetic. That's funny the way I say pathetic. ah, but if that's all, but if that's all they are, then boo-hoo to them. Just boo-hoo. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the show don't tell trope. And wait, what? That's right, Zen. Totally. Like skeleton. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed this stream, and I know it's kind of like not too interesting, but at least I did this for like fun and not like taking it seriously, but also gave a little advice to those who want to write down like characters and stuff. But other than that, I still will make more, and I'll see you guys soon, and I'll make a new one about the actually you guys will see in the comedy I mean not comedy, community post, sorry. All right. Anyway, bye guys.